Hey everybody, welcome back to the AfterLife SMP server season 4. And once again, it's been a little bit since the last one, but we're jumping right into things for today. I realized I really haven't gotten upgraded at all. Obviously, we haven't done a whole lot of mining or a whole lot of upgrading in general. And so I want to start off today with a little bit of some mining for some ancient debris, which by the way, we already found our first piece. Would you look at that? Let's throw some stuff out. Our first ancient debris, oh yeah. And as you can tell, I'm doing the strip mining method, at least to start off with today. We ended up finding a few more pieces of ancient debris before I decided it was time to spice things up a little bit and add an extra element. All right, I'm getting a little bit tired, I think, of mining away with all the netherrack. By the way, this is what spawn looks like right now. Decorate a little bit for the Christmas winter time, which is pretty cool. But let's go ahead, let's buy ourselves some TNT. 3 diamonds for 32. I should be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe that's going to be 12 diamonds. I guess I just put them. Did I just put them in here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. So if we just do this, voila, 2 stacks of TNT. Let's grab some flint and steel, and let's have a little bit of fun. Oh boy, would you look at that full netherite gear. It's amazing. I love it. I think we got a total of 20 or 21 ancient debris. I could use that to make 5 ingots, I believe, which I first used on my 2 pickaxes, my shovel, as well as 2 pieces of armor. And then I went over to the spawn area where one of the shops was selling some netherite ingots. And so I got some of those, and I turned the rest of my armor into netherite. So we have a full netherite set now. We have the most important tools that are netherite. I want to get my axe. I need mending on my axe as well. And I want to improve some of these tools as we go along. But it's a pretty good start. And as you can see, I have 1 netherite scrap left over. So we'll be able to use that in the future. I did have to go get some more diamonds in order to build. I did have to get some more diamonds to buy the very last netherite ingot that was over in spawn, which reminded me that I'm not really ever over in spawn. So I thought we'd take a minute today, head over to spawn, and there's a specific place I want to go. Aha! Here we are, Quip Game. I've seen a few people play this. I believe this is Broken Pixels shop / game thing. If I remember correctly. I saw Ash playing it and I'm like, I don't even know what this is. So let's try it out. I know you throw diamonds in, I think. So welcome to Quip Game. Test your luck by throwing 1 diamond at a time to the hopper for a chance to win a prize. Many prizes to be won. Good luck. Redstone lamp is off when we are out of prizes. Oh. Well, guess I wasted my time. Well, that was a bummer. I do think Puff has taken over Kenny's books, though, so we can get ourselves some mending here. This trip won't be the worst. I mean, I do live right next to spawn anyways, so ooh, there we go. So I need, how much mending do I need? I need 1 mending. I need 2 mending. 3 mending. I need infinity on that. Is there any infinity here? Do we have any of that? Infinity. Cats, you're kind of annoying me. You have infinity. I'll take 1 of those. I guess I'll take another mending as well. Why not? And we are officially out of diamonds. That was the rest of the diamonds that I had. So I am officially broke. Apparently there was 2 for 1 diamond. Ah, it's fine. Everything is fine. This also reminds me, and I was talking to Ash about this, I think earlier today, but I might have to reopen the lighting shop this season. Apparently people are having some issues. A certain person by the name of Broken Pixel is having some issues with lighting up their base underneath. So yeah, we might have to actually open that up and help people light up their bases. Not that most people are probably gonna need it, but might as well. This is what happens when you don't know what's going on around a server. I mean, obviously that's all my fault because I haven't exactly been around, but yeah, I probably should have known some of the things that you guys have been seeing, like the fact that there was a place for mending books to get to for 1 diamond or whatever. Part of the issue is that I don't really play much of my own free time on here if I'm not trying to record something, and obviously my life isn't all about recording all the time. And yeah, a lot of that's just been an effort of me trying to not play this on stream, otherwise I'd probably would have been streaming it a lot. I'm really trying to keep this a YouTube thing just because it makes recording the videos that much better, and I get a lot more done on video rather than away and you guys have no idea what's going on. I don't think a majority of you honestly care, but I care, and that's what's honestly the most important when it comes to recording this kind of stuff. After all, this is a hobby and I want to make sure that I'm doing things the right way. At least for me. Anyways, enough rambling. As you can see, I have been doing a little bit of work. All I've really done honestly is place some oak. Chop down oak trees and place some of that. And that is because I wanted to get a basic structure in. Obviously, my plan here was to put in a big tree. I don't know if I want to call it a world tree or something of that nature that's basically in the middle of our island here. But essentially on this side, there's going to be another portal. You can already see that the nether portal is already there, but it's going to be bigger. It's got to be textured and things like that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I want to work on in today's episode. I want to see if we can get ourselves a solid nether portal in the works, because honestly, this doesn't look very good. So we need something better. We definitely need something better. All right, I'm gonna get started on this. I really probably just need to get materials first. I do have a lot of oak wood since I've been chopping down trees, but I need materials in general. So I'm gonna get some of those, and hopefully when I bring you all back, we'll start making some progress on this nether portal. All right, so the first thing I'm really trying to do here is texture the bottom here. So we have some sort of basis for extending this portal vertically, maybe a little bit horizontally. And I'm not sure if we're gonna add in some extra details around the area in terms of stuff coming out of the nether, or if I want it to be mushroom blocks or something along those lines. I'm not entirely certain yet, but we'll kind of get that rolling as we start to add more details and different blocks and whatnot to this. The big thing I'm trying to do right now is just add a lot more of these oak logs around the outside, just because I think it's gonna add a lot more interest, and it's gonna really shape this area to what I want it to be, basically. Even if that means tearing up some of these path blocks, you gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Anyways, I wanted to take a minute and sort of talk about why I haven't been posting as much, especially of this series. Why I haven't really been playing as much. Part of that stems from general Minecraft things. Part of it is that I've kind of been lost on ideas for here. I've kind of been lost as to exactly what I want to do and some of the motivations behind that. I didn't put this in my 2022 video, but I kind of came to the conclusion recently that all of probably last year, those of you guys who've been around know that I took a pretty extended break towards beginning of this season, because I really just wasn't feeling it. I had other things going on in life, and I just wasn't really feeling the whole content thing, especially making videos. So I kind of took a bit of a break from AfterLife and a bit of a break in general. But I've started to think about it a lot more, and I've started to realize that it was more than what I thought it was. I realized it at the very beginning of this year what last year actually was for me, and that was I wasn't really burnt out on Minecraft. I wasn't really burnt out at all, honestly. Coming out of last year, I've kind of realized that instead of a burnout, what I was mainly going through, and am still to some extent, but not nearly as much, since I've had this epiphany, if you will, of the different thoughts and stuff going through my head and what's been going on with me. I've kind of come to the conclusion that the reason I haven't been playing as much, and it's not just obviously AfterLife, it's multiple different worlds and just creating content in general, is that when I first started creating content was really the only thing in Minecraft in general that I really wanted to do. I mean, I had a lot of other things going on in my life, that I was doing, but I didn't really want to be doing them. I wanted to be here. I wanted to be making videos. I wanted to be making content. And that was honestly my whole purpose. Was that every morning when I woke up, I was waking up because I wanted to make content. And that was it. Anything else that was going on in my life, it was just something extra, basically. And that kind of extended throughout high school. And then when I got to college, a lot of it just became I didn't have the time. Some of my freshman year, I kind of like tried to do other things. I tried to go out and actually be social, and I realized that really was not for me, at least at that time. I wasn't really finding the groups that I wanted to be a part of. So I kind of totaled back in, started making content again. I think I took a break for 3 or 4 months. I technically quit at that point, but those of you guys who've been around for a very, very long time, back in the 2017 era, know that it was only like basically 3 months or something along those lines. But going into sophomore year, I kind of got with a group of friends that I really enjoyed hanging out with. And so I started to not necessarily make less content, but I was less involved online. I was still streaming and whatnot. Some of you guys remember the 240p days. That was kind of in the middle of that, and various other things that I was doing at the time. I did have a single player world as well, so I was doing some other things, but I started to realize that I didn't really want to be making content a ton. At that point, I wanted to sort of be enjoying life a little bit more, so I decided to do that. And part of it was also that content in general was not the best for being a college student and wanting to participate in things that are going to help out your career. Also, this is looking really bad. We really need to start shaping this a little bit better. But over the course throughout college, I started to do other things outside of content, and that was a really fun time. And then more recently, I've been doing, obviously I've had work and different things, different life things going on and whatnot. So I haven't really been as focused into some of the content things, but it made me realize at the very beginning of this year, where this whole story is going to, that the reason I haven't been uploading as much, or the reason I haven't been making content as much, isn't because I've been burnt out on Minecraft. It's because there's this little hole in me where there was a little void. And that void for a long time was being filled by Minecraft, by creating content. But somewhere in the college era, if you will, of my life, somewhere along those lines, content creation just didn't fill that void anymore. And it wasn't because there was a void to be filled. That's the thing. There was no more void to be filled. Other parts of my life, other IRL things in my life, had sort of filled that emptiness that I had back in high school. And that's, I think, at least, why my content really slowed down and why I ultimately wasn't producing content the way that I wanted to. So that's kind of what I've been struggling with there. And I've kind of come to the conclusion at the beginning of this year that if I want to really give this a good go again and really produce content that I'm proud of, I have to forego this whole notion that there's this void that has to be filled and find a different motivation to be creating content and to be playing the game. And a lot of that is consistency. A lot of it is that I do want to play with the people either on this server or in general and talk to you all. And whether that's because I'm filling a void or not, shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter, because I want to be here because I want to create great content. And I want to, at the end of the day, be proud of the things that I put out and the things that I've quote unquote accomplished as a content creator. So yeah, that's just me rambling a bit while we're building an absolutely awful bottom piece of a tree. It needs roots. That's kind of the big thing here. We need to create giant roots coming out of the bottom and really add some more blocks to this. A whole lot more blocks. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit more off camera, folks. I have a really hard time these days because I don't record as much with actually building on camera. So I think I'm going to go ahead and gather some more materials again and try and see if I can do some more block additions and texturing for this area. See if I can maybe even extend that portal upwards a little bit and have it fill in the trunk a little bit more and start texturing this. And hopefully when I get back to you all, we will have a slightly more completed product. Well, I think I'm ready to show you all the progress that I've made so far. I also want to preface this by apologizing if the audio has been a little bit weird. I added a noise gate to my microphone and I started editing this episode and I realized that it's not very good. So yeah, that's gone now, but as you can see, this is where the portal has gone. So I've been trying to spend a little bit of time adding some different things from the Nether. So I went with the, whatever it's called, it's not the Warped Forest, it's the Crimson Forest. I went with some of the blocks from there. So of course, Netherrack. We've got the Netherworld blocks. We've got some of the little plants and whatnot from there. We've got a little bit of the Crimson wood type, the Crimson planks here as well. and I think it's turned out pretty well. I'm not the happiest with some of the areas around here. I think we need a root here, but it needs to be bigger. And I think we can probably add some more stuff probably into this area. We're gonna add some more slabs and stuff. You can see some of the spruce wood right there. You can see, of course, the crimson there as well. And overall, I don't think it's bad, but I think I could probably do a little bit better moving forward. But as always, if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I'm always open to them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's actually gonna wrap things up here for today. Bit of a talky one today. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, if you like talky ones, or if you have any feedback for me, feel free to leave that down below. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to leave a like. And if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. But thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate you, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.